Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to look exactly how I feel, which is terrible, but I have some books to share with y'all and a video up to make, so we're just getting this done. And I hope y'all are cool and more interested in what I have to show you and less about my face. I am currently on a buying embargo, so this will be the last book haul for a while, and most everything that I'm going to show you today has been gifted to me by some lovely people in my life and from this channel. So I'm going to show you the stuff I bought for myself or bought to resell, and then I will share with you the very generous gifts that were given to me to either read for myself and review, or were given to me to resell, and I decided that I wanted to keep them and read them. So for the past few months I have had great success in finding a lot of Larry Niven novels. I actually have two other novels with this same kind of front. That's also a Del Rey book with like in different colors. So I have Protector, which is in green, and then I have a blue one as well. So I don't know what it is with Larry Niven and the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, but I keep finding him, and this is actually pretty cool with the human having what looks like a cocktail or some kind of, you know what? That looks a little lewd. Never mind. But I found this. This is the Convergent series. So it might be, oh, it's 4 different books. Yeah, it's a I'm guessing this is a short story collection. At least that's what it looks like. Because it's got Bordered in Black, Dry Run, The Nonesuch, and the Convergent series. So this looks like it's a grouping of short stories, which I did not realize when I picked it up. I have not had the pleasure to find much Roger Zelazny, but this seems to be a fantasy book. This is another Del Rey. This is The Changing Land by Roger Zelazny. And this says it's the first book publication, which makes me feel like this was something that was in a lot of magazine. Maybe a series or serial in a magazine. But I haven't read any Roger Zelazny yet, and I know there's some people out here who will be shocked by that, but yeah. Very excited to find this. I also found Vortex by John Land. I saw this cover and had to pick this up. I also read the back of it where it's talking about nuclear missiles, so I feel like this is an extinction event. A little sci-fi, and this is a zebra book, so that's interesting. Or zebra if you're American. I'm American, but I like zebra. It just sounds fancier. I also managed to find another copy of Dream Snake in the cool cover. This is honestly, I've seen a lot of covers for Dream Snakes, and this is legitimately the coolest and, in my opinion, the sexiest cover. I did sell the first one, and I did pick up the hard copy. I got a book club version, and my mom returned it to me. Because again, if you haven't seen this review, I will link that up above, but this book is amazing. The first chapter is directly the short story that, you know, started this book, but if you can get past the slowness of the first chapter, if you can get past the camp of the first chapter, the rest of the book is amazing. This is actually, it says first Dell printing June 1979. Awesome. So yeah, this is another first edition, whatever printing this is, Dell printing. This is a first edition Dell printing. So that's awesome. So this will be on my Etsy store, which I will link down below if you're interested. If you're not interested, no worries. I do not mind having another copy in my possession, especially with the cool cover, until this finds a new home. I also found The Fall of Hyperion. So I need to go through my boxes of my TBR. I actually keep my TBR in boxes because it's at this point unwieldy. But I found The Fall of Hyperion. I did find Hyperion recently, so I may have another of the Hyperion books. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I I may have all of them now. But Hyperion is on my list, is on my TBR. It's just like way far away. I know it should, for some of y'all, feel like further up, but I do have a thick stack. But this is The Fall of Hyperion by Dan Simmons. I feel like most people that are into sci-fi already know about the Hyperion series. So this is really cool. And this is a Bantam sci-fi. It does have some random writing in it, but that doesn't matter. I got this to read and review at some point when I get to it. I also found this really cool Jennifer Fallon, another fantasy author that I've not had an opportunity to read, but this has like the plastic cover like you would see for a library. This is book 3 of the Wolfblade trilogy. I got all the books I just showed you at a thrift store for $1 or less. When I saw this and I read the back of the synopsis, plus, you know, it's got the typical early 2000s cover. I have no idea when this is made. I feel like I'm correct though, and that's early 2000s. Yep. Well, it's not early, it's technically 2007. Found this. I've never read Jennifer Fallon, and I'm very happy to pick up a hardcover, especially in that great condition, and just hope maybe I will come upon the other 2 books in the wild. So everything else I'm going to show you were either gifts from people here on YouTube or gifts from people in my life. Alright, so the first lovely gift that was given to me is from Paz, and he gifted me 2 copies of Ian M. Banks' Accession. And he gifted me 2 because he wanted me to reach out to Matt, because we're friends not only here in BookTube but also in the reselling YouTuber space. We share a lot of similar interests. And he wanted me to reach out to give him one of them because I do, you know, have Matt's address and phone number. But when I reached out to Matt, he was like, I already have a copy, but thank you. So he says thank you for thinking of him, but he already has a copy. So I have one for myself. And then I know that R2D2 watches my channel, so I don't know what your real name is, dude. I don't think you've ever said. So if you're interested in a copy, I'm more than happy to ship this to Australia for you if you don't have a copy. So if you want to let me know in the comments or like on Instagram, I don't even know if you have Instagram or not. If you want to reach out to me, I'd be happy to pass this on to a fellow booktuber that I enjoy. I'm pretty sure Moid probably has this in many different iterations. So I'd pass this on to you if you want it. If you don't want it, I maybe will do a giveaway at some point, if that's okay with Paz. I don't know. Paz, you let me know in the comments if that's cool or not. But Matt does have this. It's on his roulette. So just letting you know. So the next book I'm going to share with you is a self-published piece that was sent to me for free to see if I'd be interested in reading it and maybe review it. And of course, I will definitely link it down below. If you are a self-published author and you would maybe want me to show it in one of these hauls, or if you are interested in me reading and reviewing it, I will add it to my TBR. It is a thick TBR, but I'm more than happy to do that. I am currently working on Wilbur Seymour's book that he sent to me with the Bob series. I mean, he got me because, you know, the main character's name is Bob. Come on now. But Jonathan reached out to me and asked me if I'd be willing to give the same courtesy to his book. This is The Winds of Infinity by Jonathan Wiltshire. And this is the first volume, and it's about Daniel Carter, socially inept, and he is stuck in a dead-end job and has somehow come across the amazing power to jump across the planet and to jump into other dimensions as well, other worlds. And so he kindly sent this to me, and I will add it to my TBR. And Jonathan, thank you very much. If you are interested in maybe checking this out for yourself, I will link it down below. And I do believe it is on Kindle, and also you can get a copy like this for yourself. I actually really like these self-published copies. I feel like it's just a UK thing. I feel like y'all's self-published stuff is nicer in the UK. I understand how Matt has a thing with the UK bindings because they do feel nicer. I do have, like I said, a bunch of author friends, and some of the self-published stuff doesn't have the same texture as this does. This is definitely nicer than some of the self-published things that I've received, US creators. Speaking of US creators and author friends, my friend Donna, who I think mentioned already in this video once, not Puffles, not you, because I know you also watch this channel, my friend Deanne Patterson, she's a author, and she said, I have these books, I'm clearing some stuff out and making space for some other things. These were given to me. I don't think I'm ever going to get around to read them. So if you want them, you can resell them, or, because that's what I do as my regular day job, or you can read them for yourself for your book channel. And I was like, cool, I will have at them. So I have 5 books from Michael Sullivan, book 1 of the Legends of the First Empire. So I have 1 through 5 of the Legends of the First Empire. So this is Age of Myth. These are all fantasy books. This is the Age of Myth and the Age of Swords, the Age of War. So all 3 of these are trade papers, not technically mass market. This is just a slight step up. At least this is what the American calls them. These are trade papers. So this is like a mass market paperback, and this is a trade paperback, slightly different size, slightly different binding quality, slightly different paperweight. But we call those trade papers and we call these mass markets. And then she also gifted me book 4, The Legends of the First Empire. This is missing its dust jacket, but you know, it's green and my favorite color is green. And it also is a first edition and signed by the author, which is why she asked me if I was interested in selling them, because they are first editions and signed by the author. And not only do I have that one, I also have The Age of Death, which is the 5th book in the series. This one is blue and still missing its dust jacket, but it is, I believe, also signed by the author, if I bring that up. Also signed by the author and has a bookmark. An Age of Death, Age of Legend bookmark as well. So that was a lovely gift, Donna. Thank you. I actually did decide, she also watches the channel. I did decide I'm going to keep them and add it to my TBR because I read the synopsis and it sounded like something I'd be interested in, at least reading the first book and then deciding from there if I want to continue the series. But this was lovely. So Donna, thank you for the donation of adding to my book hoarding. Jonathan, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to send your book, just like it was for Wilbur. I like to thank both of you for, you know, sharing your work with me and sending it all the way across the pond, because both of them are UK authors, so to ship them to me is very humbling, and thank you for thinking enough of me to reach out and want to do that. And also Paz, who lives across the pond, he's Scotland. Thank you for this copy as well. R2D2, if you would, R2 my D2, if you would like to reach out to me and see if you would like the other copy, if it's cool with Paz and you don't have it, I'd be happy to send that to you. I want to spread the love. That's how come whenever I finish reading a paperback and I don't have a severe attachment to it, I will put it out into the world for someone else to enjoy. But thank you guys so much. This will be the last book haul for a while. So if you're here for hauls, you know, I'll link a couple of people down below who'd probably scratch that itch for you over the next 4 months while I try to get through some of my TBR. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys probably in a few days for a review of Winter Steel. I have some thoughts on that book and it's so good. And I will definitely see you guys next Monday for a review of something. And until then, bye!